Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
I'm Rob.
Welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown, one of the best and hottest sports talk shows in the universe. All right, guess what, Rob? We need more subscribers. So hit that notification bell when you do, please. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And we had a great live show last night, and our most number of listeners so far. And we're going to every Monday, except major holidays, Eastern time from 7 to 8. Feel free to make non-insulting, intelligent comments, which our listeners are good at. The only ones that make bad comments are like Angel Reese and Dan Taurasi lovers. Probably not their channel for them. Anyway, Rob, we have this individual on the team that got drafted number 1. And I'm not even sure the coach was happy she got drafted onto the team. Her name's Caitlin Clark. You may have heard of her. She's a once-in-a-generation player, everybody says. I mean, except for the haters. Even if she's not the GOAT of college, she was close. And even if she's not going to be the GOAT all time in the WNBA, she has a good shot at it, or she's going to be close to it. And if you have a person like that, a talent like that, who has very unique skills, why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that is my first question.
Exactly, Mark. And that's why if I had her as a coach, I'd be drooling. I mean, it seems like this coach, when she got drafted, it was like telling like a slap on her face, like, who is she? Have you not been watching college basketball? What do you mean, who is she? You now have one of the best, potentially best players who might be in the WNBA on your team, yet you want to treat her like she's like somebody else, or you want to build your offense around her. You want to just keep your old coaching ways and not adjust. And that's not going to work.
Well, not with Caitlin Clark, it's not going to work, at least to take full advantage of her skills. It's not really a hard concept, Rob.
No.
It's obvious. The Iowa offense last year was the number 1 offense in the nation. And she didn't have a lot of scorers around her.
No.
She had a couple players that could score, but it was basically her making everyone else better. That's what that was about. Nobody else really in the team could even create their own shot.
And can't you see that? And then so now you have her in practice, and then you see her performing like this in practice, and then in the games you see her performing like this. It's not her fault that the players are dropping passes and getting hit in the head with the basketball because they're not ready. You can see this as a coach, or anybody, like you said, a 10-year-old could see what this is, and how great she is, and how potential she can really be. So, what is your problem?
Well, Rob, a problem is that I've said this in 2 videos already, and I came up with this theory when I just kind of like we were talking about it, and it just kind of came to my head while she was doing this is about a month ago, that she has decided that she wants to get the credit for any wins that they get this year, especially if they win more than 13 games, which was last year. So everybody will say, wow, she's a great coach. Look at what she did. Look at her strategies work and all that. And that she knows that Clark gets a lot of publicity. She knows she's got a lot of fans. So that she knows that people are going to say, hey, Caitlin Clark really made that team make the playoffs this year, or made the team win 30 more games this year. I'm exaggerating, obviously.
Yeah.
And she's going to say, oh, wow, if the fans are thinking that, they're not thinking I'm a good coach, or I'm not getting credit. And she's very insecure about that because it's the first time she's been head coach in the WNBA. And she has an ego, obviously, and she's insecure and stubborn.
So that jealousy concept is coming into effect. Even in the coaching, even Caitlin Clark's own coach is jealous of her.
Right. It's pretty sad. And, she had an offense last year, as we know. She went through Boston, and Boston shot 58% from the field, was an all-star, and, was rookie of the year and all that good stuff. And it worked last year to a certain degree. They went from 5 wins to 13, but it's not like they won 30 games. And it's not like they have the same roster this year, because the roster's never identical.
Here's the thing, Mark. Since you said that, I don't know if we can find out who was the guard that if Boston was getting all these passes inside, who was passing to her?
Well, I mean, Wheeler was the point guard, so you have to assume it was her because Mitchell doesn't pass.
Right. That's why I'm asking. I'm like, I know it's not Mitchell.
Well, Wheeler's the second best passer in the team from what I've seen. But of course, I haven't seen like Celeste Taylor and Berger play hardly at all. So how would I know? But she's not really that great a passer. And she's not that great at finding someone in the post and or doing the pick and roll like Clark is.
Mhm.
So they just kind of got by last year on some talent, because Mitchell's a great scorer. Smith has some skills, just not defensively. So, that's what happened. But you've got a unique talent here, and she wants to try to change Clark, which you want to tweak her. You don't want to change her. I can't believe I actually have to say this. This is so obvious. This is like a 12-year-old who just started following basketball, or maybe been following for 2 years, who's bright, could figure this out. That's what's so frustrating about this, is that right now Caitlin Clark is hesitant to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the person who potentially was going to go down as the greatest three-point shooter and logo three-point shooter in history once she gets more comfortable with the team in the WNBA. She hasn't put up those stats lately, but she's been shooting great from the three-point line recently when she got more comfortable. Just imagine when things really start to flow. But
right.
Now she's hesitating when she throws.
Why can't she take 18 shots? Do you think I'd rather have her take 18 shots than Mitchell or somebody else? She's got a better percentage. So to limit her, and then don't give her any shots in the fourth quarter like she did last game, just kind of just phase her out of the offense in the fourth quarter. That's stupid. That's really stupid. That's poor coaching. And I don't know what she was thinking that last game to this kind of, and then having her players freeze her out. I mean, if I was a coach and the players weren't passing to her, I would call a timeout and say, "Excuse me, we got one of the best shooters on the planet here. Give her the basketball and let her shoot." And that would be my timeout right there, and go back on the court.
Rob, there's this clip with Doug Collins, who was the coach of the Chicago Bulls, when they were playing Cleveland. It was 2-2 the series. It was a 1-point game or a tie game or whatever it was, and they get the ball to Michael Jordan, and he hits the game-winning shot. And Doug Collins, in the aftermath, in the press conference, says, they asked him about what it was. He goes, "What was the play?" He goes, "The play was give the ball to Michael and everybody else get the F out of the way."
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm not saying that's the way it should be. Like the Caitlin Clark should be taking 22 shots a game like she did her senior year and thing. But she should be taking a lot more than 11.
Right.
And she shouldn't be hesitating to shoot because the coach is telling her to pass, and not shoot. I mean, Caitlin Clark, in the press conference, she said, when she was asked about, the plays where she gave the ball up and stuff, "I'm going to give them the ball every time because I trust my teammates." Now, you don't want her to have that attitude. I
don't want her to change like that. She's nice. I think she's like one of the comments. She's a little bit too nice. She's got to start taking over and just say, "Hey, I need to have the basketball at the end of the game."
Okay. She needs to have the green light and not have to give it to her teammates every time.
Right.
Okay. And by the way, the theory that I had, and other people have said the same thing eventually. I'm not saying I'm the first one that thought of it, but I didn't hear it before I said it. That's all I'm saying. A nice quote came that kind of summarized what I said from another YouTuber. Someone's comment made this. She says, she wants to win without the magic of Caitlin Clark so she can say it's all about her coaching. Essentially what I said.
Yeah.
And this is why she's sabotaging her career, because she'd rather sabotage the talents of Caitlin Clark and get credit than worry about winning more games. Right. Phil Jackson never worried that Michael Jordan shined. He never worried that Kobe Bryant shined or that Shaq or Scottie Pippen shined. He just worried whether he won a championship. That's why he has 11 titles.
I mean, Mark, like I said, I coached basketball. I had an awesome ball player, Austin Skaggs, who's actually Boz Skaggs' son. And he was left-hander. but I mean,
lefties
during the game. What?
Lefties are great.
He was an awesome ball player. So, like you said, near the end of the game, if we had a close game, who do you think I'm going to give the ball to? I'm like, I call timeout, and everyone, even on the team, everybody on the team knows who's going to shoot that ball or who's going to take the last shot. He was a great free throw shooter, a good shooter, good three-point shooter, could drive to the basket. I'm not going to give it to some other guy because well, maybe I should give it to Johnny over here because he hasn't shot the ball that much this game. No, I want to win the game. I'm giving it to Austin, and he
Right. Well,
usually came through.
Rob, she hit 2 buzzer beaters in college, so she's clutch, and she's hit a lot of big shots throughout her career already in key points in different games. Even in the fourth quarter, she's hit some big threes, even though when she wasn't hitting them earlier in the game since she's been a pro. So even if she doesn't take the shot, you still get the ball in her hands because she's the best passer in the history of women's basketball. And she got the ball there with Boston on that play. Yeah. And Boston didn't do the pick and roll properly. She still was at the top of the key. She should have drove to the basket. Clark passed it to her, and that's why the play didn't work. It wasn't even Clark's fault.
Right.
And then the other time Smith got the shot. Why is Smith taking the shot?
I was
like, but you need to get Caitlin Clark the ball and either have her find somebody or take the shot herself.
Why is she taking the ball out of bounds? Why are you not setting like a double screen off the baseline so she can catch the ball, shoot it, and win the game? And I've seen with Kobe Bryant. There's a couple of times he missed the game-winning shot, but there's also times where he hit the game-winning shot. So why not even put her in that situation? One of the best shooters in the game. You're going to have her inbound the ball. Why is she and pass it to Smith? I didn't understand. I was watching. I'm going. I was yelling like, "What are you doing? Why is Clark?" Unless the only way I would have thought of that is that if she inbounded the ball, and then maybe someone set a screen for her off after she passed it in to get her open. But that didn't happen.
Right. Right. Well, Rob, Michael Jordan didn't always take the shot. There's 2 famous passes that he made to John Paxson and Kerr, and they hit game-winning shots because Michael Jordan was double, triple team, and he goes, "Okay, well, this is ridiculous. I can't." Kobe would have taken the shot, but Michael didn't.
Kobe. He had no hesitation.
Kobe would always take the shot. That's why his percentage in the last minute and the last 10 seconds is lower than LeBron's or Michael Jordan because he always took the shot.
Pass the ball, Kobe.
That's why one of the reasons why I take Michael Jordan and Kobe. I mean, Michael Jordan and LeBron over Kobe. But that's for another video. Yeah. But it's amazing to me that this coach, she puts her underneath the bus all the time since preseason. I know a lot of the questions are about Caitlin Clark, but there's ways to do this. We're making a team thing, or to not be so critical of her in the press, in post-game press conferences. And she's been doing that. And she puts not just Caitlin Clark, she puts the whole team underneath the bus. And as we all know, she never takes the blame. It's always the team didn't do this. The team didn't do this. It's never, maybe I didn't stress that enough in practice. Maybe I got to teach them to do this better. She never takes responsibility. She wants everybody to think that she's doing 100% everything right. And the team's just not listening to her. When in fact, that's not possible. The team will be playing better.
And so that goes back to what you're talking about. She's sabotaging her career. If she would she doesn't have to do major changes in her coaching. She just has to emphasize.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Well, I mean, for her, just for her to make her succeed. I mean, she's got to change up her defense. Like I said, if you're playing the sky, I play zone. I wouldn't play man-to-man. I play a zone. And then also with the offense, she still have to work on those screens that are horrible. I mean, like she's tightened them up a little bit, like even a guard screen. But that's why you have practice. You got all this time now. You have 3 or 4 games, 3 or 4 days to work on this stuff. Bring them to practice and work on this. It seems like that's not happening.
Right. I heard she likes balanced offense, which is great to a point. But when you have some people that can score a lot easier than others and create their own shots a lot better than others, you don't try to give them each 10 points.
No,
or 10 shots each. You give the other person more shots.
Not everybody gets a trophy. Sorry. Not everybody gets a trophy.
not everybody can be the leading scorer in the team. You can't have a 5-way tie.
Right.
So, but like I said, every time she sticks Wheeler in, she's taking Clark down and wanting her to give Wheeler the ball when Wheeler doesn't know what she's doing when she gets to the top of the key there.
It just bogs down the offense. She just gets the ball and dribbles the ball. And then you can see the shot clock just going down 7, 6, and then, oh, geez, I have to run the offense, and everybody's standing around.
Rob, what does this look like?
It's a key fob.
It's the key to my car. I don't have a Ferrari, but if I did, this is the first thing I would hand Caitlin Clark instead of doing just the opposite. She wants to lock her in the trunk or put her in the back seat. And
She wants her to earn being a rookie. She has to earn her respect and earn her loyalty instead of just coming in. Just go. This woman is the best player coming on your team. What is wrong with you? Like you said, give her the keys to the car. She can drive. She's a very good driver. It's like, I'm a very good driver. I'm very good. She's a good driver. She knows how to drive this car.
Rob, I have a feeling Caitlin Clark is very smart and a very, very smart basketball player. And I have a feeling that she won't even listen to Caitlin Clark because she's got to feel, well, I know everything. I can't let them think that they know something I don't know, which is silly.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling she won't even listen to Caitlin Clark and she won't listen to anybody else. And that's why they're struggling, because she's not a good enough coach to know everything and to know enough to run the offense properly or even their defense properly. If that team's not playing lousy defense, then she hasn't coached them in practice how to play defense properly. And most of these players were on the team last year. So that we're talking about. So people say, well, they had a short camp. I get all that. They didn't have a lot of practice. I get all that. But she had last year to teach them how to play defense too. Most people getting playing time right now that are having struggling with defense were all on the team last year.
That's what I'm saying, Mark. I mean, you had a whole season to get these players together, and then preseason games and practice to get together and like I said, defense does take a while, but once you get it going, it's like everybody flowing together. Everybody's got to know their assignments, and they have to know what to do. If you're playing a zone, you can't have two people playing zone and other people playing man to man. So everyone's got to be on the same page. Everybody's got to be on the way as far as defenses, help and recover. If you're a post player, either front her or double team. Oh my gosh, double team! I don't think that's in her page book there for defense.
Well, Rob, all I know is you have to give her the green light more, and you just have to stop putting Wheeler in there. And that's all I have to say. I don't know what else to say, but she's sabotaging the most unique, exciting talent in the history of the WNBA.
Yeah.
Whether she's the most talented or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's certainly the most unique, and she's ultra talented in two areas with her 3-point shooting, logo threes, which is kind of the same, and her passing. Mm-hmm. And she also, Rob, I guess we didn't really say this, the up-tempo game that she's capable of playing because of her court vision and great long passes that she can make on the court. And she's quick. She's not super fast, but she plays quickly. She gets that ball on the defensive rebound. And that's really hard for a defense to handle, as you know.
That's what I was saying the other day. I mean, she when she gets the ball, her vision is up the court. It's not head down like Mitchell or Wheeler. She's got her head up. She's always looking for that long pass, the player breaking down the court. Or she takes a couple of 3 or 4 dribbles when she crosses half court. She's always looking underneath for a nice pass underneath to a player.
And Rob, it's not like they can't do this easily, because she did it at Iowa with players that, like I said, they weren't that great. Hannah Stokey and Kate Martin were good players, but they wouldn't have been that type of players without Clark actually running the offense in such a way to make them better.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah Stokey didn't even start the year before. And in one game, she scored 47 points on 15 assists from Clark. Why? Because they ran. Stokey was a track star in high school.
Yeah.
You've got a unique talent that knows how to get points for your team by run and gun offense, and she won't give her the keys. And she sabotaged her career.
That's going to be her downfall. That's going to be her downfall, Mark.
If they don't start winning, yeah. I mean, now they have a rough schedule coming up with some better teams, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not. I don't think they're going to win the games. I mean, they might win one. They're 4 away games more in a row, right? And they're all against good teams.
Mm-hmm.
All but 500 teams.
Right.
500.
Well, this is going to be this might be the test of if she stays, should I stay or should I go type thing.
unfortunately, she's going to be here till at least the Olympics, which means you're stuck with her for 8 more games of sabotaging Clark's career.
Oh Lord!
all I know is I can't wait to look back on this, because there were some comments in our videos saying, "No, it's not the coach's fault; it's all Clark's fault," and stuff like that. You can tell her haters. I can't wait to look back on this and see how Clark can play when she gets the right coach and the right team, because it's going to be significant. You know,
like you said with the OJ theory, or other thing, or like Pippen. We will see. We're going to see what's going to happen.
All right. So Anna, that's our rant for today. I know our listeners and
Smart.
Clark fans
Very
all
smart.
agree with this 100%. The only people that don't agree are the haters, which I don't take seriously, so I don't really care. If you're objective in the middle, I have no problem with that. But like I said, one person said, I say I always end with, make intelligent, non-insulting comments, and they said, "Oh, that just means to agree with you and say positive things about Clark." No, we criticize Clark all the time. That's silly. It's the ones that say stupid things like she's mediocre and she sucks and all that kind of stuff. She's
one trick pony, like that. Yeah.
Those aren't intelligent, not insulting comments. Those are just not accurate comments. If my viewpoint or Rob's viewpoint is wrong, which occasionally it's going to be, because we give a lot of opinions because we're making videos every day, then at least give logical reasons why we're wrong. Don't just like say silly things, that's all. But our listeners have been doing that.
Oh, they've been, yeah. We really appreciate that. We're trying to respond to the comments, but keep them coming, and we do. I actually do try to read through them. It's great to have time to respond, but we really appreciate this channel has really grown because of you, because in your comments, I think that's really great.
Yeah, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate your support. I mean that.
Sure do.
And we got a live show Eastern time, 7 to 8. Hopefully Rob will be there next Monday. We had a good live show, and people made some good comments as usual. And it's growing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell at the same time. If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Don't let the Martians beat you out. Come on now.
And until next time, take care.
Peace out.